about 20% of the people, if you're doing enough volume that you do this to, will actually say yes to that order bump. So manually do that order bump, thank them for your support, and make more money along the way. Welcome to the Thrive by Design podcast. Hey there, it's Tracy here, calling or phoning in from my new apartment, my new work studio, and a whole new setting. So I still don't have the studio designed, but for those of you who haven't been following my journey, I actually moved. I've been in Scottsdale, Arizona for a long time. Jason lives in a town called Fountain Hills. And for years and years and years, I did not have a commute because I literally would wake up and go to my coffee table or my kitchen table to work for many, many years. And then I moved here and we needed more space because Jason's home is a wonderful home for our family, but it's just hard with two people working from home. So I rented this work apartment, staged it like it was my New York apartment, which is awesome. And eventually just decided that I didn't want to commute anymore. So here I am calling in from my new work apartment, which is in Fountain Hills, which is super exciting. I'm really excited about this new phase in my journey for a lot of reasons, because over the next coming weeks, you're going to be hearing about some amazing changes that are happening over at Flourish and Thrive, and also a new direction that I'm taking. So if you're interested in learning more about that, make sure that you're following us over on social media. You'll see my social media handles down on Instagram in the show notes. So make sure that you check that out. Now, I'm mentioning this because if you're watching this on YouTube or the video content, you notice I don't have my usual backdrop, and I haven't had it set up yet. And it's, funny. I'm like, the walls look so white, but I got my little plants behind me. That should work for now. So today I wanted to chit chat with you about something that I think everyone needs to be thinking about for the holidays, which is their average order value. Because here's the thing, you have a few opportunities, a very short window of time, and we are coming up on the holiday season. And as we know, this is an election year. There's a lot going on. And if you didn't listen to the podcast last week with me and Chelsea, it's a recording from our Mastermind event that we hosted here in Scottsdale a couple of weeks ago. If you didn't get in on that, then if you didn't listen to it, make sure that you go back and listen to that episode because it's a great episode. We're talking about how to navigate your jewelry business during hard times. And today I wanted to talk a little bit more, sort of as an addition to that, a little bit more about tactical and human ways to increase your average order value. Now, I'm talking about digital and tactical and human ways in two different segments. And the reason being is that every single one of you, even the most tech challenged people, can increase your average order value, AKA increase the dollar amount per sale before, even after the sale, if you use some of these strategies that I'm going to talk a little bit more about today. So I wanted to just share that with you. And I know a lot of you want some support during the holiday season. And so we just released a special, brand newly updated holiday marketing and content bundle. It is the ultimate sales and marketing bundle for your holiday season business. It includes some really incredible resources. So if you want to check that out, I'm just going to send you straight to the link. You can head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/holiday bundle. You are going to get, for like an insanely reasonable investment, a Notion template for your marketing calendar, 90 days of done for you social content, 90 days of done for you email broadcast templates, basically your holiday social media and content planning session, 30 Canva designs for your social media. So these are templates that you can use over and over again. You just like copy the template, put your branding in there and use it. Amazing. A gift guide Canva template, 60 copywriting hooks for social media. Super important to have good hooks. That is what stops the scroll. Plus how to plan your marketing with ChatGPT, increasing your average order value, more in-depth training on that. Plus a full cyber weekend prep guide that's going to help you crush your basically Black Friday cyber weekend sale. So head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/holiday bundle. I think you're going to be really surprised at how inexpensive this is. We really wanted to price it to support as many people as possible. So head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/holiday bundle and check it out, grab it, start executing, and speed up your everything in your business this holiday season. Plus, the awesome part about it is all the tools that we give you in that. Yes, we're packaging it as a holiday sales bundle, but it can literally be used all the time. It's not just for the holiday season. So head on over there and grab it today. All right, so let's dive into today's episode. Now, right before this episode, I was listening to a podcast by Amanda Francis. And if you don't know who she is, she's a manifestation coach. And I'm always fascinated by the things that manifestation coaches talk about. And she was talking about how she was bringing back her mastermind program. And we've put our mastermind program on hold for many, many years over here at Flourish and Thrive. And I've been considering bringing it back. So if you are someone who is a little bit more of a higher level jewelry business owner or creative business owner, or someone who's ready to just really elevate your business and you're already doing several $100,000 a year in revenue, and you want to attend mastermind retreats and events and have access to me for a year, shoot me a DM over on my Instagram right now and let's chat, because I might be launching a mastermind group. I was listening to this interview because I wanted to just hear what she had to say, because this particular person is charging like $50,000 for a 6-month mastermind. And I'm mentioning that because I'm like, wow, that is really brave of her to do that. And one of the things that she was talking about were some of the setbacks in her life. And she said something really powerful. And I'm actually going to do a whole podcast about this. Your setbacks are your comeback. Your setback is your comeback. And I found this really profound for me because over the past couple of years, I've been hearing from a lot of people who feel like they've been going through a setback. In fact, I would put myself in that category of feeling like I'm in my 50s. I'm in the process of like reinventing myself, reinventing my businesses, doing something different, doing everything in a different way. And when you're going through that reinvention process, it can feel sticky and icky and challenging and hard. And quite frankly, it does not feel easy at all. And so I keep reminding myself and hearing this, it's like, yeah, there we go. Because I know, logically in my brain that this Hummingbird Rising moment, as I call it, I'm ditching the term Phoenix Rising and going for Hummingbird Rising. If you heard me talk about my hummingbird stories, I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about that. I'm in my Hummingbird Rising phase, which means I'm in the process of, burning a lot of things down in my life and my business, because the old ways of how I've been doing things are not working for me anymore. And I know logically that setback is my comeback, but it doesn't feel very good in the process. So if you're in the midst of this, listen to my episode next week, because I'm going to be talking a little bit more in depth with this about that idea, because the world's freaking weird right now. I'm sure you all know that. So let's dive into these strategies for increasing your average order value. So one of the things that I love to do is to bundle products together. So bundling complementary products like 2 bestsellers or things like an earring and a necklace set, and offering it for a better value than if someone were to buy them together, actually gives you the opportunity to not only increase your average order value, but to sell more product to the same person. So one of the things that you can do, obviously on your website, you can bundle the products together and have it as a standalone product. You can use bundling apps that will allow you to do that in Shopify. They're just basically suggestive selling apps where you can say, oh, you like this? Well, this would also look great for this. And then you can bundle it together. Another way, as I just mentioned, to do it is just offer it as a set. Get those things on your e-commerce platform. There are preset options that will allow you to give a percentage off for those bundles. And then you can also potentially even use pop-ups on your site to suggest the bundles that are available. So any sort of suggestive selling app, bundling app, anything like that is a great tool, or you can just manually do it if you don't want to get into all of this technology and different apps. Another thing that you can do if you are a little bit more of a low tech person, I love this strategy. So I was working with a designer many, many years ago, and she was really trying to increase her sales. And she was selling a bunch of pieces on her website. She's like, oh yeah, I think she designed pearl jewelry. I'm not going to say her name just because out of respect for her, but I think she was selling pearl jewelry, and she was selling that jewelry and people were buying like a ton of her necklaces and bracelets, but she had all these earrings and it didn't seem like people were buying them. And so I said, you know what? No one does this. If your business is small enough, like meaning you're not selling like tens of thousands of dollars a day and you do have the capacity to reach out to your customers, what I'd recommend is literally texting them or giving them a personal phone call. Most people are going to respond to a manual text better than a personal phone call. Just send them a thank you note. Hey, thank you so much for buying the pearl necklace on my website. And this is exactly what she did. I don't know if you know this. I really want to thank you for supporting my small business. Not sure if you saw this, but there's a matching pair of earrings. Would you like me to wrap that up with your order for you before I ship it out today? Number one, you are coming from a place of service because you start with thanking them for their order. Number two, you are basically giving yourself an opportunity to get an order uptick of 20% for every single, because about 20% of the people, if you're doing enough volume that you do this to, will actually say yes to that order bump. So manually do that order bump, thank them for your support and your small business, and make more money along the way. Sounds good? Okay, awesome. Now, another strategy that you can do, this is particularly good for a big holiday promotion push. Now, a lot of people do this over the Black Friday weekend, the Cyber weekend, but if you really want to stand out, you can host your Black Friday Cyber weekend sale early so that people actually see it. And when you do that, you can offer a tiered discount or spend more, save more promotion. So basically the way this works, and I've pulled this not only from other big retailers because I think they do this brilliantly, but the idea for me initially when we were starting to teach this methodology in our programs, in particular our holiday sales bundles and machine programs, was that I used to shop pretty regularly from a company called Intermix. Now, I think the company may be shut down now or they're only selling online, but they used to have retail stores all around the world. It was one of my favorite stores to shop in New York whenever I was there. They also had one here in Scottsdale until they recently closed it down. But about twice a year, I would get a promotion for their special 4-day spend more, save more offer or opportunity. And so basically they would have tiered discounts. Like if you spent $200, you get 10% off. If you spent $500, you get 30% off. If you spend $1,000, you get 40% off. I don't think they ever got to 40%, but it's like as it goes up, you get more off. And typically it was a dollar amount, not a percentage. So like, let's say you spend, and I think it probably started around $300. You had to spend $300. Certain items were excluded. And you would get if you spent $300, you get $50 off. If you spent $500, you get $100 off. If you spent $750, you get $200 off. And then as you got higher, like if you spent $1,500, you maybe got like $500 off. So they're really encouraging you to spend more money because the more money you spend, the bigger discount you get. And then they often figure out the math so that like you're basically only like $50 off. So it would make perfect sense for you to add something else onto the order in order to make more sales. So this is like such a brilliant strategy. It works really well when it's done right. So you can use, once again, technology and tools for these tiered discounts, spend more, save more. You can find apps that work for Shopify or probably your website platform if you're not on Shopify. But another way to do this, if you don't have the technology and you want to do this a little bit more low tech, one of the things that you can do is literally after someone purchases online, send them a gift with purchase or basically a gift card with their purchase up to a certain amount so they can come back and shop online later. So there's a couple different ways that you can work this. This primarily is going to be more of a digital strategy though, because you're calculating the math. And if you're doing in-person shows, you can definitely do this in person too and create a human offer if you're doing holiday markets and stuff like that. So cool. It's like spend $300 and you'll get $100 off, or spend $300 and get this gift with purchase. So think of different ways that you can use that tiered discount strategy. Now, the third strategy is to leverage personalization and customization. So one of the fastest ways to increase your average order value is to allow customization on something that you're doing online. So there's a lot of customization apps that might be engraving, that might be extra gift wrap, that might be adding an extra gemstone or allowing people to customize the process. But in that customization process, you are charging more for the customization. Does that make sense? So if you want to create this in a more human way, you can offer virtual shopping sessions where you're offering that customization and you can show them the different ways that the pieces are done. Now, I'm working with a designer right now who specializes in jewelry, but also she has this very niche model for hat jewelry. It's very specific. And one of the things that she offers on her website, and we're working with her on, is to do these custom styling sessions. Super easy to pull off in person. But when someone's like organizing things on their website, like buying something online, sometimes it's hard to visualize that. So if you can have basically a virtually styling session where you can show them how they can customize their pieces or create a different like sort of layering or organization, this is a great opportunity for you to sell more items. So there's a lot of different ways to think about it. So adding customization like engraving, adding extra gemstones, allowing them to swap out colors can be a great way to increase your average order value in a really simple way, because even $10 over the course of 100 sales makes a big difference. And we're just looking for incremental growth. Now, strategy number 4, you can offer gift cards or shopping experiences as an upsell on an order. So a lot of times people know exactly what they want to buy for people, but sometimes people don't know, and they don't know how to buy for someone, but maybe their beloved or their partner or their friend actually loves your jewelry and they want something for you, but they don't know exactly what to do. And they also don't want to spill the beans. So offering shopping experiences or gift cards can be a great way to not only have a digital experience, it's a great way for you to develop that human touch by allowing that personalized attention by doing a one-on-one shopping experience. So you can suggest gift cards on your checkout saying like, hey, do you want to give these as an extra gift? You can just add it as an upsell. So that's a great way to do it. You can offer it in your abandoned cart emails. If someone abandons their cart and doesn't shop, like, hey, you're not sure what to buy, grab a gift card. Or you can do a digital delivery for last minute shoppers. So this is a great way to basically pre-sell something. And I think one of the best ways, a lot of times people are hesitant. Jason was saying this. Sometimes people are hesitant to buy gift cards because then people don't use it. Like I'm one of those people, if I get a gift card, especially if I have asked for it, I use it right away. I'm like, I want to go get those things right now. But a lot of people forget about it and it's a year later. So if there's a way for you to make sure that that gift card is fully utilized, it's a great opportunity for you as well. And if you're in person, that there's also that opportunity for you to add on gift cards to orders that they're buying for, or be able to sell those at in-person events where you can literally just send them a gift card to the person that they're buying the gift for and allow them to shop for themselves. Another thing that you can do is just promote this as a stocking stuffer or something extra for a last minute gift for those holiday shoppers. So doing that last minute promotion, great idea. Have them buy gift cards, especially if you can deliver it in a super cute way and make it look good. You're in good company. Now, my 5th strategy is to offer limited time offers for higher value items. So there is a way that you can do this in the human way and also the digital way. So you might be releasing limited holiday collections, one-of-a-kind pieces, and exclusive items that are more expensive during the holidays. Maybe you're going to be doing a collection drop. I know lots of you love this collection drop strategy because it works so well. Maybe you're offering custom design experiences. I know several of our artists have done this over the years where they had stones and they would just sell the stone as the gift, plus add on a customization process. So one of the ways that you can create a human experience in this is being able to share the excitement and the story behind each of the pieces that you're designing for your limited edition holiday experience. I know my girl, Alex Camacho, always does this really well. Erin Candle does it really well. They're always talking about the stories behind the piece. If you need inspiration on how to do that, follow those ladies. They know exactly what they're doing. And then another thing is if you're in person selling those one-of-a-kind or customizable or higher-end pieces, you can really work with the customers in person to get them to love those pieces and offer them access to exclusive items if they decide to join your VIP list, obviously. Now, another thing that you can do is obviously promote these pieces through your email list. We're going to be doing that with all these strategies. Add countdown timers on your website, add countdown timers or quantity tickers on the pieces that are available, and make sure that you alert the people on your VIP list first so that they have first access. So another thing that you can also do to create urgency with these things is promote these as special holiday items that are going away after the holidays and they're not going to be available again. So like the most important thing that you can do is to continually create urgency for people to grab these items. And if you're not sure how to do it, you know that we are here to help. There's several ways that we can help. First and foremost, grab our holiday marketing bundle. It's a great opportunity for you to just have some simple strategies and all the content planning that you need ready to go so that you can pull your marketing off without a hitch. And then also, if you want ongoing support with your holiday marketing and promotions, I'd love to invite you to join us for our Jewelry Marketing Collective program. It is our sales membership hub where we are supporting you in selling through social, selling through email marketing, and all the different ways that you can sell online with your jewelry business. Our community in there is actually just crushing it right now. Their engagement is up, their reach is up, their sales are growing, and we are just really excited to be supporting hundreds of people in that community. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. Head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/JMC. And of course, everything that I've mentioned here are in the show notes, so definitely check that out. So thank you so much for listening to the show today. As I mentioned earlier, we are going to be making some changes. And I just want to remind you that if you enjoyed listening to this show and you enjoy this podcast, I'd be so grateful, more than grateful, if you were to just give us a little rating and review. Let us know what you think about it, regardless of the platform that you're listening on. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple or one of the other apps, please, this really helps other people just like you be able to find it. You know, one of the ways that Apple and these other podcast platforms incentivize like showing your podcast to other people is by the ratings and reviews and the engagement on the podcast. So we want to make sure that all the people selling products and jewelry in the world are getting, this podcast is getting in front of them. So thanks for listening today. This is Tracy signing off. Until next time. And if you love this episode, I would love for you to just shoot me a DM and share your favorite takeaway. All right, ciao for now. Have you heard about the Jewelry Marketing Collective? It's our sales-focused membership community that's designed to help you unlock more sales, increase your website traffic, grow your email list, and build an engaged social media following. The way the membership works is that each month we release a sales challenge and break down the exact steps you need to make more sales. Our next challenge is happening soon, and it's our holiday sales promotion and content creation challenge, followed by our Black Friday sales push. So if you would like to join us for the Jewelry Marketing Collective and have a step-by-step strategy on how you can sell more this holiday season, head on over to flourishthriveacademy.com/JMC for more details.